Discover how the Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund is accelerating cures.
Hi, my name is Warren Grayson. I'm a professor of biomedical engineering at Johns Hopkins University, and I work at the School of Medicine in downtown Baltimore. My research addresses the issue of large-scale or massive injuries to bone and skeletal muscle tissues, and in particular, injuries that result in a loss of tissue. It focuses a lot on facial bone. And so if you've been in an accident, or maybe someone who had cancer and you have had to have that bone removed, then there's a large missing piece of tissue. And my lab works on how can we regenerate that? How can we restore that piece of tissue with the same anatomy and the same genetic composition as the original bone? The way that we measure how many patients are affected are by how many surgeries there are to replace that. And each year there are about 200,000 surgeries required to treat patients who have had facial bone loss. There are three main methods by which patients who have had bone loss are treated. The main one, the standard of care as it were, is to actually go into that patient and remove bone from another part of their body. So you think essentially, as the surgeons put it, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're taking bone from one part of the body to construct another part. And so you end up with injuries in two parts. And the one that's being reconstructed is not even perfect. So what we're trying to do is to provide a biomaterial-based approach that could actually give you the same shape of the bone that's lost or damaged, and replace that and provide a scaffold or a template in which cells can grow in, your own cells, the patient's own cells can grow in, restructure, reform that new bone, and then the scaffold that we've placed initially degrades away. So all that you end up with there is just a native reconstruction of bone in that area. It dramatically changes your quality of life if you can have that bone restructured. If you can eat again, if you can speak again, if you're not worried about going out in public and worried about how you look when you go out there. You're not a spectacle in a sense. So it dramatically changes again the way that people see themselves, their self-image, their self-perception, their confidence, and affects the way that they interact with others in society. We've been doing this project for many years. So where we are right now, we've done ex vivo characterization, small animal characterization, we've done large animal characterization. We are standardizing the processes for fabricating our scaffolds and testing those scaffolds. And so what we hope is that within the very near future, within the next few years, we can actually get it to the stage where we'll be treating patients. The Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund was the first foundation to fund the research that's going on in my lab. It was the first grant that I wrote and we got funded, and it's been a game changer for my lab. Again, it all started with that support from the Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund.
Accelerating today's stem cell research into tomorrow's cures.